Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a Voice of Truth podcast. I am your host, Elisa. As always, welcome back. So, guys, I am exhausted. I cannot be the only person here right now, at least anybody that is sensitive to energy, feeling like this drastic shift happening right now. I even said it in one of my previous videos that in the past, or recently, after Mercury was retrograde and it went back into a shadow period, that there was strange shit going on around me. Weird stuff, just really weird stuff. And then I had like this moment of clarity and everything started to make sense. I know that's about to happen again. And for whatever reason, I haven't gained the entire scope of the clarity yet, but I know it's coming. And I had a crazy fucking dream last night. Actually, I should say this morning. I know I cannot, first and foremost, I want to cover that. I know I cannot be the only person that's having trouble eating and sleeping right now. There's got to be a reason for this. There's got to be a reason. Ever since Mercury went back to the shadow period, ever since the retrograde had ended, it's been weird. Saturn went opposition with Jupiter, and now it's in retrograde in my sun sign Aries. There's a big shift, and I hope you guys are ready for what is about to happen because this energy is the real fucking deal. I know that there's some others out there right now that are faced with a lot of the same crap. I'm just saying. So the dream that I had last night, or this morning, I should say, because I slept for a couple of hours and then I woke up around 7:30 this morning and I could not go back to sleep for a few more hours. And then I just kept getting, you know, all types of screwed up sleep. I could not sleep. The energy has been so bizarre. And so, therefore, I asked Spirit for a dream because I'm very sensitive to dreams. It's very easy for me to slip into one and realize I've already said this. I'm a lucid dreamer, have been since I was a child. So, point being is that I told Spirit, please give me a dream that will make this make sense. What is this energy? What is it? Make it make sense. Please make it fun. Make it entertaining. I'm never disappointed when I ask for that because I always get it. I ended up getting a dream, but the thing was is that the dream was in tarot. It was kind of in tarot, but the thing was is that it wasn't just the card itself that would flash in front of me, but it was also at times me being in whatever outfit or whatever it is that is the card, like the magician card. I had a dream. In the dream, I was wearing the entire getup that the magician card is. And if you look at the classic tarot, you're going to see what I'm talking about. I was wearing that entire fucking getup. That wasn't the only thing, though. In fact, hang on, give me just a second. Okay, so I texted this to my husband when he was at work today. And I said, I was dreaming of being in a field in between wands that were stuck in the ground, 3 of them to be exact. I began seeing flashes of the full card. Then I was wearing the outfit that the magician wears in the classic tarot, and I heard a voice. This is a test of patience as you step over the threshold of your life. Then I saw flashes of the death card. The voice continued, this is your ultimate transformation. Then the hanged man card flashed in front of me. Suddenly I heard something fire off in the distance, what sounded like fireworks, and saw the 8 of Wands card flashing in front of me. I looked up and saw 8 arrow-like figures hovering overhead, just hanging there, but they were spinning. The voice continued, it has arrived, and you have what you need. Then all of a sudden, I was awakened by my cat. She went absolutely berserk. I don't know what was going on, but she is sound off. All of a sudden, I hear her freaking out. And I'm like, what the hell? And she went berserk. I didn't understand why. But I thought it was very interesting that, this dream just came and I had asked for it. And I got exactly what I'd asked for, something interesting, something fun. That was actually very fun. And those cards are just the few to that I can actually think of at the moment. There weren't a whole lot of them, but there was enough of them. And I remember seeing the Queen of Pentacles at some point. I remember seeing, I think it was also the Queen of Swords and all of this stuff, and the Emperor card. And if you know these cards, then you know these cards. If you have to look them up, look them up. But I'm telling you, something drastic is coming. And only I have a strong feeling that the ones who need to hear this message right now, I manifest that you guys are hearing this message. And that the ones who need to hear it are resonating with it. Because guys, this energy is the real fucking deal. This is like what was going on in my dream. This is the ultimate transformation. The death card is not actual death. It's death and rebirth. It's like a new version of yourself is coming to the surface. And one of the other cards, I just realized, one of the other cards was the tower. I saw an actual tower being burned to the ground. And I thought, whoa, what is going on? And I remember when I was wearing the magician outfit, I picked up a wand, and those of us in the tarot world know what the magician is holding in that one hand, and he's got a finger that's pointing down, but he's holding that double-ended wand. And so I ended up doing that, and then I could hear something shoot off in the background. What sounded like a firework or a cannon or something off in the distance, and I look up, and there are 8 wands, because I see the card of the 8 of wands, right, just flash in front of me. And when I look up, I see those 8 wands that are suspended above me, literally spinning. Each one of them were spinning. And I was like, oh my God. And that voice was like, you have everything that you need. I kind of feel like I had said earlier, this dream is going to resonate with somebody else as well, with a number of y'all. It's not going to be everybody that watches this, but I'm telling you, as of August the 5th, 2026, right before Lionsgate portal is 100%, I suppose. It's been open for a minute. But right before Lionsgate portal, I'm telling y'all something, some major clarity or something. Something is about to happen. A major transformation. In order to get to this next level, we have to change who we are, in a sense. An old version of us has to die before the new one can come in. And that means be in your feelings. Yesterday, I didn't do a video. I was in such a shit mood. I'm not gonna lie. I was in such a bad fucking mood yesterday. I was just mad. I was pissed off. I was annoyed with every little thing that you can imagine. I was annoyed with the cat, and she wasn't really doing anything. Nothing that was out of the norm. But I was just very incredibly agitated. I was irritated. I was annoyed. I was frustrated with a lot of things. Sometimes you got to be one with that. Sometimes you got to be in that emotion so that way you can release that emotion. That's a part of the transformation. And the last time that I had this exhaustion, this mental exhaustion, excuse me, I believe that's confirmation, but anyway, The last time I had this level of exhaustion, anytime I ever get this way, I'm about to receive some major fucking clarity. And it's been this way ever since the beginning of 2026. Some clarity, like new thoughts, new ideas, whatever it is, new communication, something new is right there. That's how I always know. And the emotions were essentially the same: aggravation or frustration or sadness or something. It's always something. And then the next thing I know, I am out of my mind, exhausted because I cannot sleep. And for whatever reason, I'm having trouble eating right now. And I know I cannot be the only person at this point in time. I kind of feel that there's some other people that might be watching this that are going through their Kundalini awakening. I'm still going through mine. I have no freaking idea how long it's been that mine has been going. I really don't know. I really don't know. I can think back on when I started having strange physical symptoms. That was sometime in 24. But how long it's really been going on, I have no clue. I don't know. I could guess, maybe estimate a small portion in 2023. I don't know. But I do feel that there's, for whatever reason, a number of us that is dealing with this Kundalini, and the Kundalini is rising, like the Shakti is rising. It's going up the spine. I have a feeling that a lot of us are experiencing third eye activation. Some of us might even be experiencing the itchiness on the crown. I've been having that, and it's been really strange. And I don't know if well, I'm not going to talk about that, but I do not find coincidence as common as some people might talk about. I don't really believe in coincidence, if that makes any sense. Because when you awaken to yourself, to who you really are, to your potential, to your calling, to what you are here for, your purpose, you start understanding things in a way that you never thought possible. The reason being is because your consciousness is expanding. Your vibration is rising. Your frequency, everything is beginning to rise. There's a lot going on right now. And of course, a lot of us that work with energy already know that energy is the first thing that shows up before the real fucking deal happens. And I have a strong suspicion that after Lionsgate is over, a lot of us are going to transform in ways that we never ever expected. It's going to affect everybody that's around us. Good or bad, I don't know. That would be up to you. That'd be up to your life, the people that you live with, whatever. But it just solely depends. I'm not going to say it's going to be great, or I'm not going to say it's going to be horrible. I'm not going to wish that on anybody. I don't want horrible things to happen to anybody. That this version of me doesn't wish that on people. Maybe 5 years ago, I would have. Hell, even just 2 years ago, I would have. But these days, nah. Especially working with energy, understanding how energy really works, how karma really works. Because guys, when you go through your awakening, you understand a lot more about karma, about the wheel of fortune, about how things work, about how karma really truly works. And if you're not careful, you understand that your thoughts even have power. Because eventually, when you come to yourself, you know your thoughts have power. And that may not be always necessarily easy to control sometimes. I don't know about any of y'all, but sometimes when I start thinking of something kind of negative, I'm like, oh, wait, I need to stop, or something. I need to stop, or I need to think about something else. I don't want to wish negative on anybody else. I wouldn't want that happening to me. Wishing negative on somebody else, that would come back on me. It wouldn't really hurt the other person, but it would hurt me later. Wishing bad on somebody else, you're cursing yourself at the end of the day. I had to come a very, very, very long way to understand that. I have made some really stupid decisions in the past. Really stupid decisions. And I'm going to say some of y'all might be practitioners. Guys, be careful what you wish for. Because I made some stupid wishes in the past. I've done spells that I had no business doing. Especially with what little I understood at the time of doing it. You guys got to be careful. Because the craft should not be the resolution of your fragile ego. I'm going to put it that way. Don't let your ego take control when it comes to working with witchcraft. Just don't do it. I have come a long way. And if you saw some of the shit that I experienced, you'd be a lot more careful with some of the spells that some of y'all might be doing right now. Because guys, it's not a game. And most importantly, it is not about ego. It should not be based upon your ego. Do as you will, with harm to none. Because doing whatever it is that you're doing, you got to understand it's going to come back on you. It's like, you know what a spider web is all about? When the spider web catches something, the bugs struggle, vibrates the web. And wherever that spider is, it's going to feel the vibration. And it signals to the spider that there's food. That's what it's for, right? It's a food trap. So then they're going to weave their web around you and prepare you for lunch. And you're the lunch. You've got to be careful. I would highly suggest you look into the rules of karma. Look into the 7 Hermetic principles. Look into all of these things. Read the Kabbalion and whatever, and be the judge for yourself. Because I can't tell you necessarily that you have to do it this way, that way, this way, that way. I'm not you. You're going to make your decision. Just be smart about it. Be careful about it. Because those things can come back onto you if you're not careful. That was a part of my karmic debt because I was too busy playing around using that. I've seen new ones, including myself, do incredible things. The baby witches, as it were, do amazing things. But the problem is that I've also seen how horrific, even my own personal experience, how horrific these things can be. And there's really no protection spell against any of that. Because if you're breaking laws, you're going against cosmic laws, universal laws, you will not be spared. Does that make sense? You're not going to be spared from karma. It will come back on you in some way, form, or fashion. You just got to be ready for that. So anyway, I just kind of felt like I needed to mention that. So Do as ye will, but with harm to none. That's all I can say. Now, as for the rest of us in the spiritual community, get ready, because this energy is going to be a real doozy. This energy is going to be, let's just say it's going to be the beginning of our initiation, so to speak. This is where the energy, the fire horse energy, is really going to take off. It's already been taken off, right? For maybe the last month, but it's going to pick up even more. And we're going to start experiencing and seeing the signs and whatever. So if you're feeling sad, you're feeling down, take a rest, take time to yourself, do nervous system regulation, whatever it is that you got to do. Be one with your humanity, be one with your feelings. That's fine. How else are you going to release it? Fighting it is not releasing it. It's going to stick around. And I had some anxiety pop up. And you know what? I realized I had to be one with my feelings. I had to look at it. I had to see the bigger picture. I had to, no matter what. It's, if you don't deal with it now, you're going to have to deal with it later. And sometimes we're going to have to deal with it later again. It's okay. Life, you're never done healing. I mean, that's just the way it is. We're forever healing throughout life. We're not going to ever be done. It's just the way life is. That's the point. That's the whole human experience that we came here to have. It's what we were called to. It's what we volunteered for. Whether you remember it or not, it's what we volunteered for. We volunteered to come here and be a part of this major awakening that's happening right now. Right now, it's looking dark. Right now, it's looking pretty grim a little bit. If you look around you, you see everybody flipping the fuck out, going out after each other, trying to get even. It's like, wow. I mean, I don't know what it is about people these days, but holy shit. I mean, they are seriously out for blood. But you got to be careful. You just got to be careful. That's why I say be careful with what you wish for. You don't have to be a practitioner in order to wish for something bad or good or whatever. And again, that's not how prayer works. Prayer is actually sending gratitude to the universe. That's what prayer is. When you're asking the universe, God, source, creator, whoever, spirit, whatever, you're asking for something. You're making a wish. But if you are giving gratitude to the universe, that's actually what prayer is. So, use them wisely. Use your discernment. And again, sometimes we just have to be one with our emotions. And I was one with my emotions yesterday. Sometimes you just have to do it. Sometimes there's no other way to release it. That's going to happen. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't be ashamed of it. How else are you going to transform? How else are you going to have a death and rebirth? How else? If you don't release those old emotions, you're not releasing that old version of you. And this whole Saturn and retrograde thing, oh my God. This is some real fucking shit. It's putting me through some tests, some major ones. Major ones. I've been experiencing all kinds of different emotions, not just anger. Some of it sadness, some of it, annoyance, frustration. something else. Some regrets that I didn't even know I had there. But it's asking you to look at, kind of like look back and see yourself for who you are now, you know. And are you wanting this or aren't you wanting this? So, yeah, I am going to be gone for a couple of days because I need to be one with this transformation. And I need rest because I am so beyond tired. I am exhausted right now. I'm having trouble keeping tabs of what I'm talking about. I'm very sorry. But yeah, I'm exhausted. And I highly recommend anybody else that's feeling tired right now, take a rest. Take a rest. Don't avoid it. Take a rest. There's a reason why you need it. Also, I would like to mention that my health has improved a great deal. Wow, it's really improved. I don't even feel sick anymore. I don't. I don't even feel sick anymore. Doesn't mean that I don't have an episode once in a while, but I don't even feel sick anymore. So, I mean, I was having episodes every so often. Now, no, not really. Not really. Your manifestations will come true if you fully believe. You got to convince yourself, kind of like on Doctor Strange, the ancient one or the wise one, whatever her name was. I think it was the ancient one. She said, I didn't heal him. I just simply convinced him that he could walk, or simply convinced him that he could. It is possible. So start working on it. You never know. But start working on it. Work on your manifestations. And I'm going to wish everybody a wonderful night. Stay safe, everybody. Make good decisions. Stay hydrated. And I'll see you guys in the next video.